Hi, it's Fiona Fernandez from By Fee Handcrafts, and I've got one of my pocket masks on the table. So this is the one from the Daisy Multifacetica.com. It's a freebie pattern if you're looking for a pattern to make a mask, and it's got the nose wire in it. So I call it the pocket one on my Square site for my sales. So if you're looking in my Square shop, it's the pocket one, not the JSB one. So there's a different style that's JSB, and that's from a different website called the Japanese. I've got one here. This one's from the Japanese sewingbooks.com website, and it's also a free pattern. So this one is what I call the JSB on my shop site if you're looking for my masks, and it goes that way because the pointy bit here is the top, and I'll show you one of those in a minute. And so someone's asked me about the nose wires in these ones. So the JSBs don't have a nose wire in them. They sit quite well on my face without it, and I don't feel the need to put one on. These ones have a removable nose wire, which I've used this one was one of my very early models, and I've actually twisted two together, but I don't always twist two together. I just put one in. It's a little bit easier, and I'll show you that in a second. So these ones have a pocket as well if you want to put an extra filter in. You can buy the filters separately. They're all hand washed and they're cotton, and the inside is an iron-on interfacing, polyester interfacing. So they're quite breathable and comfortable. I've got new elastic now. I've got this soft thin elastic like this, the white one, and I've also got black in that as well now. So for the nose wire, if it's come out a little bit like this, so every time you use it, you need to make sure you straighten your nose wire back out. And after a while, the nose wire may get, the need to be replaced. I haven't replaced this one though. I just hand wash my masks when I come home, wash my hands with the soap and wash the mask as well at the same time. Rinse it out really well, and then I roll it in a clean towel like this, in the clean towel, and just squeeze it like that gently, and then like that, and give it a good squeeze in the towel. That gets most of the water out, and then just smooth it out with your hands, and then hang it up somewhere. So I don't usually bend the wire a real lot. I might fold it like that so that it sits on a line, and then if you need to, you can iron them with a cool iron. Don't go too hot. Some of them have poly, this one doesn't. Most of my masks have the iron-on interfacing, but I did make a few for a while there with some polypropylene in it, and the polypropylene will melt. It should say that on your label that I give you, this label here, what is in it, so you know what's in it. So the polypropylene will melt if you use a hot iron, but just use a cool iron. That should be enough. So I haven't ironed mine. I just straighten them out, and because I'm using really good quality patchwork fabrics, cotton, my patchwork fabric, I find they sit really well. I think there's only one or two that have been a little bit, might need a bit of an iron, but most of them sit quite well. So with the nose wire, this one, I've just pulled it out a little bit to show you. So in the center here where the seam is, underneath that, let me get my light in here. Being black, it's a bit harder to see. So there is a seam in the center here, and when I sew them, I sew it so that one side of the seam sits one way and one side sits the other way. So just be aware of that inside the little pocket here. It is a little bit fiddly, but if you're patient with it and don't try and do it too fast. So if it's just sticking out a little bit like that, the way to get it back in is find the end of the wire there, and sort of you hold it like this and you push it gently in. So you won't push very far at all, so don't try and be doing great big pushes into there. A little tiny one like that, hope you can see that, and then hold it with the other hand, whichever way you're doing it, left or right handed, and then pull the fabric across, and then do it again. So I'm going to hold it with this hand and then gently hold the fabric, feel the edge of it, and push gently, squeeze with, I'm using my right hand to squeeze, and then pull the fabric back gently like that. Okay, so I'll go again, push in, squeeze, and then pull the fabric gently, and then it will gradually go in like that, and just keep going. So just keep on going. I've done a few now, so I've got the hang of this a little. So push, squeeze, let go, and then pull the fabric back. and then just keep going. See, I'm almost there now. So the end is there and there. So just keep going till it's centered. And I make them like this, and then I package them. So they're all in these little cellophane bags. And I package them like this so that I'm not bending your nose wire. And they look a bit funny, but they sit nice and flat when I'm posting them. And the nose wire doesn't get bent. So I do have a few of this style. I haven't got a lot in my shop because I'm focusing on the other ones now, but I've got these ones. Those ones are the same size that I wear. They're called medium in this one. Sorry, just went for a walk, my throat's a bit rusty. And the other style, so it's a bit confusing, but in this style, the pocket style, the medium is the same size as the large in the JSB. But I have that noted on my website as well. So there's those ones. This one is I haven't put the size in there. This one is a large, so it's the next size up from those two. And this one here is the next size down from those two. I have folded that one like that, but I'll straighten that out before I post it. So there are a couple I have. I have more of the fabrics that you see on my website as well. So I do have a bit, most of the fabrics I have more of. If you see anything that's out of stock, just send me an email or a message. So that's basically how to get it back in. If it's come all the way out, I'll show you. I'll just take this one out. So again, to get it out, you do the same thing. Just push gently, push gently, push, pull, until you get the end, and then just pull it out. So when I do these, I'll show you how I do a new one. So they're just the pipe cleaners, chenille sticks. So you can get them if you need to replace it. I think I got that one in, Daiso. So you can get a packet of them in Daiso, and they're okay for the nose wires. I don't double them up anymore. I don't feel the need to. These ones come from Spotlight, and they're called chenille sticks, and you can get different colours, like black and grey, and like this one here. So I'll just show you with the grey one. So if you buy the long ones, you can double them and twist them like I've done that one, or you can just cut them in half, which is what I've been doing lately because I don't really feel the need for the double thickness. And you can cut them with a normal pair of scissors. Just cut them. Now, so that they don't stab you in the face, because that's quite a raw edge when you're finished. If you've got, you could try just bending it with your fingers, but because I've got jewelry pliers, I use my little round nose pliers and just get let me get in the camera, get the very end of it, like that. Let me go as close as I can to the edge, and just roll it gently, so that you end up with a nice little rolled edge, and you can feel that a bit better too for when you're pushing it through the mask. Now, if you don't have any of those pliers and you've only got a set like this, these ones have been used for a while, they'll still work. You just grab the end of it. Hang on, I didn't grab it. As you can see, I haven't used these ones for a while. Squeeze it tight and just roll it over. So these are a little bit rounded as well. And just pull them out, and you'll still get that rolled edge. Now, if you can still feel, I can still feel the rough bit there, so I'm actually going to push that in a little bit more. Trying to make sure I keep everything on camera. Just squeeze that down a little tiny. See, these ones need oiling, I think. They're a bit hard to move. Have a close look at it. Okay, so then we've got our two ends. Hair in my mouth then. Let's feel this one again. Just want to make sure they're really in. Just give that little squeeze. That's better. You don't want to have a sharp piece that sticks out, and I don't want you to have a sharp piece that sticks out. Hurts your nose. Now, depending on how these folds are sitting, it can change threading it. So sometimes when I'm threading it from one side, it'll get stuck on that little fold there. Don't force it, just pull it back out and try again, or flip over and go to the other side. So I've pulled it out of this side here, so I'm going to try putting it in that way, but it might take a couple of goes don't think if it's not going in, oh, I can't get it in, it will never work. It will work. I got it in a bit originally, so I've just pushed it in there. I'll show you where the end is. Where's the end? I feel it. It's about there. Go down under the light a bit more. And I just sort of straighten it out a little bit, like that. And just give it a push. This one's going through. That's really good. So that's up to here already. So that one worked really well. Let's try it again and see if we can do it from the other side. I'd really like to get it stuck. Of course, I won't be able to get it stuck today because I'm doing a video. Let's see if we can get it stuck. No, it's not going to get stuck. Okay, if it does get stuck, it does happen, and it happens to me fairly often. It's just one of those things because of the way it's made, but it will go back in if you just fiddle it. And the other thing, if it does get stuck and you've got to pull it out and put it back in, just give that bit there a little bit of a round, give it a squeeze to make it a little bit rounder, and I find that that helps, and I try it then from the other side. Okay, so keep fiddling with it. If you have trouble with it, give me a call, let me know, send me a message. So that's how it works, and then I've got a brand new one in there. So that's nice and easy. So when you are washing them, I don't recommend washing these ones in the machine with the wire in them, because of, they can get mangled and out of shape. But if they do, sometimes even with washing them by hand, they end up a little bit, wrinkled up and that. You just need to really pull the wire out and straighten it a bit and then put it back in to make sure it stays nice and does its job. So that's that one, and I'll just show you a couple of the other masks. So I put this one on my page the other day, and that's a little bug one. So I've been wearing a bug one. I think they're really cute, and this fabric sits really well. Unfortunately, I don't have any more of that. I don't think I do, maybe one tiny piece, but so that's my last mask, and that is the JSB large, which is my size. So that's one of those, and I always pack, so most of my packaging, I do have used a couple that aren't this packaging, but most of them are by Eco-Green, and I like to use that because it's biodegradable. Oh, I've got a cough. Oh, sorry, I've got a cough. I've got a few new ones in my shop. Sorry, I've got tickling my throat. I've got a few new ones. I've got quite a few new ones. There's about 20. So have a look on the shop online. And that way, if you're looking for my shop, I'll just move that out of the way. You can go to my blog spot here, and you will find my shop on there. It says shop all. Look for the shop all, and there's also a page that says items for sale or something like that, and you'll find the links to my shop if you're looking for that. Or you can just buy directly from me. Just send me a message and I'll contact you and we can have a chat. So let me know if you've got any more problems with your masks, or if you'd like any more information about getting any custom orders made, and I'll help you out there. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Ciao.